At the height of his stardom in the NBA, Michael Jordan walked away from a game he conquered to a game that conquered him. He retired from basketball in 1993 and tried his hand at baseball with the Chicago White Sox. Over the course of his one full season in the minors, he struck out 114 times and made 11 errors. Most would consider that a failure, but for Jordan it was just another challenge.
So you didn't consider your experience in baseball a failure?
No, by no means.
But people would look at those numbers, as you would say, and say, hey, man, you couldn't cut it.
I know, but I mean, it's people's perception of what standard is. And, you know, I wasn't expecting myself to be, you know, Babe Ruth or Barry Bonds or anyone like that. I was trying to understand and play the game, enjoy the game, see if my skills could compete on that level.
His newest testing ground is motorcycle racing. He sponsors a team and enjoys speeding around the track at up to 150 miles an hour.
Is that about an adrenaline rush? Is it? I mean, because it's dangerous, Michael.
Sure, a lot of things are dangerous. You know, I like motorcycles. I like speed. That to me is a rush.
Jordan seems to live his life on the edge, knowing that it could all end at any moment. In 1993, his father, James Jordan, his first coach and closest confidant, was robbed and murdered at random in North Carolina.
His death must have been a terrible blow to you.
The thing that I looked at, the death of my father, unfortunately, it happened at the hands of another human being, which, in essence, that's very difficult to deal with, just the notion of being able to kill someone. But I had him for 32 years. You know, and he taught me a lot in 32 years. You know how many kids get that opportunity? Very few. You know, in today's society, get the chance to spend that much time with their parents and get that type of influence.
Jordan says his mother, Dolores, and his late father were his biggest role models, hardworking, generous, and disciplined. He says fans should look closer to home for inspiration, rather than looking to big-name athletes for direction.
We can give impressions, we can give examples, but to institute and implement those, there have to be people closer to them to see that individual, see those kids day in, day out.
And for those people who've criticized you for not being more outspoken on political and social issues, who perhaps would like to see you be the kind of black iconic figure that, say, Muhammad Ali was in his day, or Arthur Ashe, or Jackie Robinson.
It's a heavy duty to try to do everything and please everybody. You know, my job was to go out there and play the game of basketball as best I can and provide entertainment to everybody who wanted to watch the game of basketball. You know, obviously people may not agree with that. And, you know, once again, I can't live for what everybody's impressions of what I should do and what I shouldn't do.
One stain on Jordan's otherwise clean image was the allegation that he had a compulsive gambling problem. The NBA cleared him in 1993 after conducting 2 investigations. But today, Jordan admits he's made some reckless choices at the gambling table with his money.
Yeah, I've gotten myself into situations where I would not walk away, and I pushed the envelope. Is that compulsive? Yeah, it depends on how you look at it. If you're willing to jeopardize your livelihood and your family, then yeah.
And you're not willing to do that?
No.
Your father said that Michael doesn't have a gambling problem. He has a competitive problem.
Yeah.
What did he mean by that?
You know, I want to win. You know, I want to go out on the limb and win. You know, and sometimes that can take you past the stage that you probably should take a step back from. That sometimes I don't look at that line. I just step over that line. It's a very embarrassing thing. It's one of the things that you totally regret. So, you know, I look at yourself in the mirror and say, I was stupid. I was really stupid. But we all are. But you have to be able to look in that mirror and say that you're stupid.
Perhaps Jordan's biggest professional failure was his tenure with the Washington Wizards. In 2000, he became a part owner and top manager of the team, and then decided he could make a bigger contribution by going back on the court. Although he had moments of greatness, his knees began to fail him, and he announced he was done as a player. Soon after, the Wizards unceremoniously fired him.
Did you see getting fired coming?
No. If that was the case, then obviously I wouldn't have went back to play, because I felt like I played injured. I went through surgery, and I did the things that a lot of the young kids and did not do, and I didn't have to do it. You know, but I did it with the benefit of trying to help an organization get back on its feet. And the gratitude that I was being given was, your services no one wanted or needed. So I felt like I was used in a sense. But, you know, we all been in a situation where we've been used, and we regret what we, you know, but you learn.
And after his long career, Jordan can't keep silent about the state of basketball today. He says that too many young players are overpaid and overindulged, affecting their work ethic and hurting the game he loves so much.
But the kids today, they're being given things that they haven't earned. And I don't want to seem like an old school, traditional, bitter type of guy. You ask me, and I'm telling you that I think the game is being cheated because of the success that's being given prior to them earning it. Simple as that.
Michael Jordan is not ready to walk away from basketball completely. He hopes to own an NBA team someday, and while he knows he'll never play again, he's cocky enough to think he could.
At age 42, you think you could play in the NBA and make a contribution?
Oh, yeah, sure. Even though the mind, physically, I can't do it, the mind says that, yeah, I can still do it. You know, and I still think I can do it better than most in the NBA.
Wow, that looks so easy, doesn't it?